Welcome back to my channel. Today, we've got something special, something that brings back the glory days of American muscle while packing the kind of power that makes modern performance cars shake in their boots. This is the 2026 Chevrolet Chevelle 555. Big block, a machine built to dominate the streets and drag strips with a heart that refuses to back down. Right out of the gate, Chevrolet made it clear they weren't messing around. The return of the Chevelle name alone was enough to get enthusiasts talking, but they took it a step further by dropping a massive 555 cubic inch big block under the hood. That's right, no turbochargers, no hybrid gimmicks, just raw displacement, a monstrous cam, and an appetite for premium fuel. This is a car built for those who crave the sound of a deep, lopey idle and the feel of instant torque that shoves you back in the seat. Firing up the 555 big block is an experience all on its own. That deep, guttural exhaust note rolls out of the dual pipes like thunder before a storm, and every blip of the throttle lets everyone within a mile know this car means business. This isn't some neutered modern V8. It's a throwback to the muscle car wars of the 60s and 70s, where cubic inches ruled and fuel economy was an afterthought. Underneath, Chevrolet didn't just slap a big engine in an old-school chassis and call it a day. The 2026 Chevelle rides on a reinforced steel frame with a fully independent suspension setup, giving it the kind of handling that classic muscle cars could only dream of. But make no mistake, this isn't a corner-carving sports car. It's still a raw, aggressive machine that prefers straight-line brutality over finesse. The rear end is stuffed with a heavy-duty differential, and the transmission is a reinforced 6-speed manual with a clutch that demands respect. For those who want a little less effort, Chevrolet also offers a beefed-up 10-speed automatic with paddle shifters. But let's be honest, this car begs to be shifted by hand. Power numbers? Try 750 horsepower and over 750 lb-ft of torque, all naturally aspirated. That's enough to roast the rear tires on command and send this beast rocketing down the quarter-mile in well under 10 seconds with the right setup. And if you think that's overkill, well, that's exactly the point. This car wasn't built to be sensible. It was built to bring back the raw, unfiltered excitement that made the Chevelle a legend in the first place. The exterior is a perfect blend of classic and modern. The body lines pay homage to the 1970 Chevelle SS, with a long, sculpted hood, bold fender flares, and an unmistakable fastback profile. Up front, a split grille design houses modern LED headlights, but they're tucked into a shape that screams vintage muscle. The rear end features a set of wide taillights inspired by the classics, and there's a functional cowl induction hood feeding fresh air straight into that big block. Paint options range from classic solid colors to bold stripe packages that harken back to the heyday of muscle cars. Inside, the Chevelle sticks to a driver-focused layout without too many distractions. You get a thick-rimmed steering wheel, a set of old-school round gauges with modern digital readouts, and just enough tech to keep it livable without softening its edge. There's no oversized touchscreen taking over the dash, just a few essential controls, a proper gear shifter, and seats that hold you in place when that big block roars to life. This car isn't here to be practical, and it sure as hell isn't here to compete with electric sedans claiming insane 0-6